we ride.
What up, what up, what up, man? It's your boy Dre. This the Casual Beast for the Average Gamer. Got some Medal of Honor Warfighter news for you. This probably be one of my last videos on this game. We all know it was a failure. I wanted to touch on this. EA has finally come out and talked about how the game, was a fail. It didn't meet their expectations. But what I want to talk about is I still think it's funny. How they try to word things and how they try to act like, oh, it's still a great game, but it just didn't this. Bottom line is, EA, their chief operating officer, Peter Moore, he talked about they're shutting down Medal of Honor. They're going to take it out of rotation. I don't know if some of you guys have heard that or not. They finally officially announced that yesterday. They're taking Medal of Honor series out of rotation of their shooters, which means they're not going to make another one right now. I'm not saying that they won't make another one in the future, a couple years down the line. But right now, their rotation of shooters, Battlefield and other things, they are not developing for another Medal of Honor because the game sold so poorly and got so bad at reviews. But what this is more about is the fact that they try to say, the game is, he said the game was an obvious miss, that they felt the game was solid, but the focus on combat authenticity did not resonate with consumers. So to them, the reason the game didn't do well was because people didn't like it because it was too authentic of combat style and play. Now, this is what cracks me up. That's how clueless they are. Well, let me say it this way. It's either one or two things. They really believe that and they're clueless as fuck. Or two, they know that's not the truth and that they just selling some PR bullshit trying to save face. I'm sorry, EA, but that's not why your game failed, okay? That's not at all. Your game failed because you pushed this game out early, okay? You forced it out. You got rid of Greg Goodrich, who was the guy who was all of Medal of Honor and was keeping the game fun and enjoyable but also authentic. You got rid of him. All you gave a fuck was getting the game out early before Call of Duty rush because you thought you could cash in on the Call of Duty money. You thought these little kids that don't have much to play and are waiting for Black Ops 2, it's a month and a half before that comes out. You thought they would go run and go buy your game. So you thought you were going to cash in on the Medal of Honor name alone, okay, and make a ton of money off of the game. And you thought you could push out a buggy piece of shit, because even the fucking campaign was bugged. Half of the people, I ain't going to say half, but I know, I put up a video about how, my bunch of my levels were glitched and I couldn't continue and whatever, and a ton of people came back to me telling me that, oh, on the PS3 version, the same thing was happening. On the PC version, they were getting it. And then we're going to talk about the multiplayer. They acting like, oh, the authenticity is what people didn't like. Get the fuck out of here, dog. Okay? Hell no. I spent 14 years in the military. Okay? I've done more tours than most people could even fucking dream of. That ain't why this game didn't do well, okay? When you make a video game shooter, yes, you want some levels of authenticity, okay? You don't want it complete arcade like Call of Duty. But at the same time, no one wants to play a boring fucking shooter where no one moves, okay? Even combat vets, I'm sorry. Most people, people keep telling me, my friend just came back from Iraq and he loves it because, no, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. If you live that life and you were in combat, you do not want to come home and play a game where you're basically doing the same shit, okay? People think combat is like the movies. There's just all-out war and there's shit going on every 2 seconds. No. Okay? It's a whole lot of waiting, a whole lot of planning, a whole lot of nervous time, and then a little bit of action. Most of the time when you do engagements, your enemy, you cannot even actually see your enemy without high-powered optics or without them giving themselves away. by a marker or something. Okay, you're firing in a direction. Okay, that's not combat like on TV or video game where you're shooting at a guy 5 feet away constantly, and that's all your combat. You know, that's everything's happening like that all the time. That's not how it really goes down, people. Okay, who wants to play a video game where no one plays, where everyone plays like that? No one moves. That's kind of like that was the problem. They went too far into that with the multiplayer. You know, no one moved. Everybody just camped these narrow corridors with machine guns and whatever. And if you were a guy that were aggressive and moved around, you got shot all the time. It was better just to sit and camp and head glitch up and down and barely move. You know, the maps were terrible. I'm sorry. I'm just telling you the real, you know, people don't want to play that, man. Video games are supposed to be fun. Yes, you want some levels of authenticity, but you also need to make the game fun. That's where Goodrich kept the game right. But when they got rid of him, they went to this formula. They forced Danger Close to do it like this, and that's why nobody would, you know, bought that shit and nobody wanted to play it. Okay? No, everybody does not like Call of Duty style where you just go running around and like crazy. But really, even in Call of Duty, people don't do that because everybody camps. You know what I mean? Everybody sits in corners and camps. That's why your game failed, because it was a buggy, forced out, rushed piece of shit. The game that tried to make everyone move slow. Nobody wants to move and whatnot. That was the problem. Okay. The previous game, single player, blew this one's out of the water. Part of the reason too was the game engine, the Frostbite 2 engine. I'm sorry, it's not all it's built up to be. It's just not. It's got a lot of glitches, a lot of problems built into it. So any effect, that's why your game failed. It has nothing to do with the game was just, you know, too authentic or anything like that. It was a buggy piece of shit. People knew it, that it was. And you knew the game. They even had articles that came out before the game actually released. And EA said they knew that it was not going to sell, okay, as good as they hoped. Their idea was they were hoping they were going to cash in on the Call of Duty kids, and they thought they were going to be the #2 seller, and it's not. And now they want to pull the entire series and act like it's not their fault. You know, it's not the game. It's just, you know, whatever. Excuse me. And it's just EA. EA is a game killer. Everything they touch now, they kill, because they're not making games for the consumers. They're making games to make money. Yes, I know it's a business. I know everybody's got to make money. But you can't just focus on the money and sell out everything in the game just going for the money. Gamers aren't stupid these days. We fucking realize when a game is just being thrown out and when it's not. Look at fucking Rockstar. The motherfuckers hold Grand Theft Auto until they know it's ready. Just now, like today. They announced the release date. It's 4 months later than what they originally were going to do in the spring. You know why? Because they're not trying to push the game out just to make money fast. They're trying to make the game 100% correct before they put it out. That's the difference. They're not like Activision and Call of Duty and just put out the same old little bullshit because they know the drones will buy it. Medal of Honor don't have the kind of following Call of Duty has. And Call of Duty to me is shit, but it does have a big following. So Activision is getting away with it currently. But EA, you can't get away with it. You ain't got that kind of rep. Not anymore. You lost all your rep on all the games you've killed, all the bullshit you put out. And this just added to it. So, I mean, I was just as much of a Medal of Honor fan as anybody. I still played 2010 Medal of Honor. Not the multiplayer, really, but I mean, the campaign was awesome. Danger Close is a good studio. I really wish they could get up from up under EA. They do a lot better working for another publisher. Because EA is just, it's all money, man. That's all it is with them. It's all money. They will sell a game, they will sacrifice a game, thinking they're going to make money. And they're delusional. They got a bunch of yes men over there that just, yeah, this will do well. Yeah, push it out. Yeah, force this. You know, they try to cash in on the Bin Laden raid thing, whatever. And that, 12-year-old kids don't give a shit about that. You know what I'm saying? They just don't. So that's not what's going to sell your game alone. You got to put out a good product for your game to sell. And they didn't. They failed. And they killed it's just sad to me because they killed the franchise. Medal of Honor was a great franchise. Now they're not even going to be making one. It's like, sell the franchise. Let another publisher and developer take it over. and make the shit right. But EA will never do that because they don't even want to admit that they made any mistakes. They think their shit don't stink, and no matter what they do, they're good to go. Fuck EA, man. That's how I feel. Peace.